Hey guys, it's Wildheart and welcome to patch 13.10 rundown. This is a mid-season patch, more of a per-season patch I feel like, since it's the biggest patch I've seen for a while. As you can see, champions are mostly untouched, but the items, there are so many changes. And yeah, let's bounce right into the changes. Let's see what the patch prepared for us. Alright, action. Passive AP ratio added. AP ratio added to damage. Shield decreased. QAP ratio added to bonus movement speed. Huh, interesting. So it's more of making some sense for Akshan to build AP, right? It's interesting because Akshan in AP build sounds so odd to me. Like it sounds so weird. But let's see what you got there. So magic damage on third stack. It's kinda the same as Vayne passive, right? Based on level, so it's the same as it was, but plus 60% AP. That's not bad. That's super not bad considering that it's a passive. Like you can get it super fast. Shield value 4 to 220. It remains the same. Skill in linear with champion level. Okay. Skill in non-linear mirroring base stat growth. So in late game it's supposed to be kind of the same, but in early and mid game you'll feel a slight difference. Okay, I mean, makes sense. Q we have movement speed change, so we get plus 5% movement speed based on AP. So each 100 AP we get plus 500 movement speed. I mean, it doesn't sound like a big deal unless you will build like full AP Akshan and you will have like 700 AP total. Like it doesn't sound like a big deal. Kalista. AP ratios added to slow and damage. Another AD carry with AP damage. Interesting. Okay. So slow now scales off AP. So plus 5% slows with 100 AP. Okay. Physical damage remains the same, but 20% CP added. Alright, at least the scale is not that high. At least that's how I feel it. Doesn't seem to be super high. Additional stack damage. Wait, and additional stack damage is increased. That's why they are not adding too high numbers. Alright, so basic numbers are the same, but AP scale is all buffed. I wonder what the patch prepared item wise. Like champions wise, it sounds super odd to hear like Akshan having AP scales, Kalista having AP scales, now Kindred having AP scales. Like it sounds so weird. Like what the hell they changed about the items? Kindred are the third champion to receive AP ratio buffs. Okay. Magic damage. It's the same. It's very similar to the previous champions. Okay. It was buffed based on mark. Mark damage is the same, but AP damage is added. I wonder. Wait, AD damage remains this. AD scaling remains, so it's only AP damage added, but there are no changes, right? There are no changes on the AP scaling. Okay, interesting. Slow, the same slow as Kalista's slow, the same. Plus 5% per 100 AP. Nico. Another buff to jungle. Nico. Interesting. Bonus damage to monsters. 30, 40. Level 9 plus 25. I wonder if we speak about each tick of your Q. If that's every tick dealing plus 25 damage. Or only the first. I mean, early on you won't feel much difference, but since you normally max Q on Nico, you will feel the difference at level 9. I mean, 25 damage, considering that earlier it was doing only 70, that's a lot. That's like 30%, that's a lot. Alright. Shape Splitter plus 25 damage to monsters. Okay. And ulti damage is increased. How much? 120? Okay, I mean, this sounds brutal. This sounds brutal to me, like 120 scale on AoE alt that knocks up and roots the target afterwards. It sounds brutal to me. I mean, I didn't play in 13.10 yet, but it sounds brutal. Gotta test it for sure. When Q AP ratio added. These actually sounds super weird to me. Like all of those AD champions are getting AP ratios added. But to me, AP Vayne could probably make some sense. I feel like with something like Lich Bane, her tumble can be a thing. I think so. I mean, obviously that won't be a thing, right? That shouldn't be a thing. Like AP Vayne is a complete trolling, at least for now. But with all those Rageblade changes, I mean, let's see what the patch prepared. Honestly, champion changes are all weird. Like it's not like they are strong or weak. They are just all weird. Critical strike changes. We got a big update to crit itemization with the hope of creating a much more open ecosystem of crit items. Players who are excited to buy. Currently, League of Legends functionally has two sets of critical strike mythic items: Kraken, Gale Force, Shield Bow, and Infinity Edge, Quick Blades, Rage Blade. Ultimately, we feel that Infinity Edge, Quick Blades, Rage Blade, and Gale Force actually fit the role of a mythic item the best. So the other items are being demoted to legendary status and retuned to fit that new role. Wait. We feel Infinity Age, Quick Blades, Range. I mean, Shield Bow is obviously not an item that is supposed to be a mythic at all. That Shield Bow for sure. Kraken was good. So I don't think it should be demoted, but we have what we have. It is what it is. Making Infinity Edge, Quick Blades makes much more sense to make them mythic because it limits the amount of broken items you can pick. Because one of the main reasons why ADCs were that broken, because the items that they were buying last patch were making them that strong. That's why grouping Rage Blade, Quick Blades, Infinity Edge, and Gale Force in one tier is a very smart choice, because allowing to pick Gale Force and Quick Blades in one build, or Gale Force and AE, makes not too much sense to me, to be honest. Rage Blade is an interesting choice for sure, but judging from the changes that we already went through, champions wise, Rage Blade is probably going to get a major change. Alright, the new mythic items are quite similar to the old versions, as they already served their purposes well, with a notable change in Rageblade more strongly feeling the hybrid on hit niche. Hybrid on hit. Okay, now all the changes that we went through makes much more sense. Besides Kindred, I don't think Kindred is something who is going to use Rageblade. Maybe I'm wrong. But Kael, man, Kael with this. I mean, Kael was really strong with old Ginsu, and old Ginsu was hybrid. I don't think anything is supposed to work differently now, because it's still the same Kael, right? It's still the same Ginsu. Like it's different, but it's the same. Especially Kael with imagine Ginsu like with hybrid penetration and Kraken. If Kraken is somewhat similar to what it was. Alright, the legendary rebalancing brings down some overly strong items such as Kraken Slayer, losing its true damage. God bless, it had to happen. Immortal Shield Bow providing less shielding. I personally don't think Shield Bow was a strong item to nerf it, but we will see what happened to it. And Blood Sorcerer losing its shield entirely. Meanwhile, underperforming items like Mortal Reminder, the Collector, and Mercurial Scimitar are receiving some simple buffs. There are also a slew of balance changes to the epic items to buff underpowered trap upgrades. Recure Bow, Hardbone Ducks, Q-Chase Shards. Okay. Mm-hmm. Nerfing Zeal is a good idea, by the way. Zeal was super broken, and uh, luckily, most of ADCs only understood it at the end of 13.9, so it's a very good idea to nerf Zeal. Alright. 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 Cost is the same. Build pass is the same. It's all the same. Life steal is increased. Okay. Unique passive. While above 50% health, gain an additional 10 to 40 attack damage. Huh? What? Who the hell will even use that? Like, who is a champion who will need this BT? If there wouldn't be crit chance, I would say Fiora probably could benefit from it, but I mean, Fiora doesn't really need crit. So who then? Who is going to buy this item? I mean, this passive is stupid. Like, comparable to Shield, Blood Sorcerer was given, this passive is such a stupid idea, like... I mean, maybe I'm biased, but it sounds like this item is just dead, like no one gonna pick it. But let's see. Gale Force. Alright, let's see. This one is interesting. Noon Quiver. It was the same. Plus Cloak of Agility. Okay. Pickaxe. That was the old item build? Okay, BF Sword plus Zeal plus Longsword. That's a major nerf. I mean, that's a major nerf because a BF is a very expensive item. BF is a very expensive item, and that's why it's a major nerf because, you know, basically, before that, the most expensive part was pickaxe, and it was 875. Obviously, getting 875 is much easier than getting 1300. Attack damage is nerfed by 5. Attack speed is nerfed by 5%. Critical strike chance is untouched. Bonus movement speed is added. Huh. Interesting. Alright. Active. Dash and deal 150 to 350 to 350. It's kind of the same. Plus up to 200. Oh, that's new. Plus up to 250 based on critical strike chance. Physical damage to the lowest health nearby enemy. Prioritizing champions. Damage is increased based on your target's missing health. So that sounds like a really good item for Tristana now. Something like Gale Force Collector that makes crazy sense to assassinate someone, get quick reset, and keep shooting. Probably not Tristana. Probably someone else, but basically for those ADCs who want to play aggressively and who want to get this combo of Gale Force Collector. Jean. Actually that sounds like Jean to me. Yeah, but I told about Tristana, that's Jean, guys. His force auto attack to execute low HP target. Plus this scaling, plus movement speed. This is Jean. Mythic passive empowers each of your other legendary items with 5 attack damage. This is Jean item for sure. Gale Force is going to be great for Jean with this active. Sounds not bad at all for Jean. So when it's an ornament, plus 2% movement speed. Attack speed and AD is nerfed. Makes sense. Ginsu, holy smoke, so many changes. Holy. Whew. And the price is changed. Okay. Price is increased by 600. Item recipe Rage Knife, Cloak of Agility, Dagger, percent 400 gold. To Amp Tome, Rage Knife, Pickaxe. I really like the build pass. I really like the build pass. Build pass is so good. Like, items are cheap. Only pickaxe is expensive, but everything else is so cheap. Amplifying Tome is 435. Rage Nuff is 300, 300 plus 200 recipe. It's so cheap. I mean, the build pass. Alright, attack damage only 30. It's super low. Ability power only 30, super low. Attack speed is nerfed. Okay. Unique passive Ras. Attacks apply 30 magic damage on hit. 30 damage. Okay, like something similar like with Sand. Convert your critical strike chance into up to 150 more. Okay. Unique passive. Season Strike. Basic attacks grant a stack of 8% attack speed up to 4 times. So total of 32. At max stacks, every sword attack applies on hit effect twice. So you need 4 attacks to apply your own hit twice. So it will be 60, basically. It will be 60. Every sword attack, it will be 60. Not bad. Not bad. Definitely not bad. I mean, only 4 auto attacks is nothing, right? Especially for attack speed champions. Empowers each of your other legendary items with 5% armor and 6%. That's a lot. No, I mean, this is a lot. This is crazy. I mean, you basically get almost avoid stuff at full build. That's almost avoid stuff. No, the numbers. I mean, the mythic passive numbers are busted. Mythic passive numbers are going to be nerfed quickly. That's for sure. But overall, it doesn't really sound overpowered. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not too sure about this item. Well, at least AD and AP numbers are not too high. And the item is kinda expensive. I mean, 3200, that's a lot. Plus attack speed is nerfed, which is good too. But for champions who benefit from on hit, especially for champions who have in build on hit like Vayne, this is going to be strong. This is going to be strong, that's for sure. And what's cool that with your new tumble with AP scale, this amplifying tome makes quite some sense. Like you don't just waste 30 AP. You have some intention how to use it. Okay, let's see what's next. Hardbound X price is increased by 100. It's kinda the same. I mean, it's the same item. It's the same build pass, just plus 100, but you get plus 5 AD. I mean, it's the same item. It's the same item, just 100 costs 100 more. Probably makes some sense because some champions were getting a very strong power spike getting this item early on, like Darius, for example. Immortal Shield Bow. Let's see what happened there. Price is reduced by 400. Item build is changed from Non-Quiver Cloak of Agility Vampiric Scepter to Pickaxe Cloak of Agility Vampiric Scepter. So it's pretty much the same, just Non-Quiver is changed to Pickaxe, but Pickaxe is kind of worse than Non-Quiver because Non-Quiver is cheaper, so Pickaxe is harder to get as one item. Attack damage remains the same, critical strength chance remains the same, lifesteal remains the same. Attack speed is removed totally, alright. Lifeline, shield strange, let's see. If you would take damage that would reduce you below 30% of your maximum health, you first gain a 250 to 630 HP based on level, shield for 3 seconds. If you would take damage that would reduce you below 30% of your maximum health, you first gain a 250. I see, so that's a nerf. That's a nerf, especially at level 18. Okay. Unique passive lifeline bonus stats. When lifeline is triggered, the user gains 15 to 35 AD for 8 seconds. Now, when lifeline is triggered, the user gains 30% attack speed for 8 seconds. Huh. Huh. Hmm. Very interesting. I mean, that sounds like a must go now. Like you just must build shield bow with Ginsu now. For those who want to do those attack speed builds like Wayne, like Kale, that makes sense to me. Yeah, non-quiver, I mean shield bow plus Ginsu might be a strong combo now. Infinity Edge, let's see what happened there. Now it's Mythic, total cost unchanged, build pass unchanged, attack damage unchanged, critical strike chance unchanged, critical strike damage identical to the removed perfection passive, so unchanged. Mythic passive empowers each of your other legendary items with 5 attack damage. So pretty much nothing changed, but it's Mythic now. And gives you AD. I mean, I like the change because, as I said, Infinity and the Warrior are just too busted not to change them at all. Q-Cheese Shark. Price unchanged. Build path is Longsword now instead of Dagger, so it doesn't give attack speed now, right? Yeah, it doesn't give attack speed now, it gives attack damage instead. Energized attacks apply 80 bonus magic damage that was before. Energized attacks apply 60 bonus magic damage. What's the point? I don't get it. I mean, it just straight up a nerf of 20 damage. I don't get it. Like, I didn't feel like this item was strong or broken. It's weird. Okay. Kraken Slayer, now it's a legendary tier item. Price is reduced by 400. Build pass is changed from Non-Quiver Cloak of Agility Pickaxe into Non-Quiver Cloak of Agility and Rapier Bow. Makes sense. Plus 400 gold. Okay, attack damage is grounded to 40 from 65. Attack speed is increased, so it's much more of attack speed item now. Makes total sense considering what the item initially was. Unique passive, bringing down every third attack applies 20 plus 60% total AD, so it scales. Plus 45% AP bonus magic damage. Huh. Wait, so wait, it's interesting. It's very interesting. Subsequent triggers on the same target within 6 seconds increases this damage by 50%. So it's kind of working like press the attack, right? As a rune. Kinda. So you have to go Ginsu and Shield Bow or Ginsu and Kraken Slayer based on who you play. This version sounds more of a Kale's choice. That's for sure. Shield Bow sounds more of a Vayne's choice because Vayne still needs to somehow survive team fights. Like, obviously, she will get stronger due to items changes. However, Vayne will still have her own problems surviving laning phase, surviving the team fights. Just changing the items itself and giving her some AP scale on Tumble won't change the champion's issues. It's important to understand. Mercurial Scimitar plus 10 magic resistance. But the price is not changed. That makes sense because this item wasn't any popular. Makes sense to me. Mortal Reminder, plus 5 AD. I mean, unless LDR is nerfed, this wouldn't make much difference because everyone will still prioritize LDR or Cyrilda over Mortal Reminder, unless, as I said, those items are nerfed. Navori. Now it's Mythic. Everything is the same. Like, literally everything is the same. Don't change its Mythic now. But as I said, it makes total sense to me to make Navori Mythic item. Like, Navori is super strong. Like, it was absolutely broken item since it was released. So, no wonder. Those numbers, Master of God. Right. Nuclear no longer builds into any mythic items. That's it. That's the update. Don't buy it expecting to build into a mythic because it won't. Right. Thank you. Thank you for the heads up. Alright. PD. Total cost is increased by 200. Item recipe is changed from Longsword Zeal plus Longsword plus 850 to Hardbound X. Zeal plus 600. Hardbound X is cheap. Zeal is cheap. Speaking of its components, attack speed is increased. I mean, plus 5% attack speed for 200 is not bad at all. It's not a bad trade at all. Stats wise, it remains the same. I believe the passive, it remains the same. Sounds like a great addition to Ginsu as well. Not gonna lie, this sounds like a great addition to Ginsu. Plus, the item is totally broken if you speak about the item build pass. Like, all the parts are super cheap. Like, Zeal, what Zeal consists of? Like, the parts are super cheap. Hardbound Axe is the same. That's why it's such a comfy item to build it, even if you don't have too much gold. Rage Knife. Wait, that's actually a major change. I mean, obviously it had to get the price increase, considering that Ginsu is getting a major change, but 400 is a lot. Dagger plus 200 gold. Now it's dagger plus. I mean, the build pass is the same, so it's all cool, and the recipe is 600. It's not that much, but obviously the change is notable. Attack speed remains the same. Unique passive, Ras. This item grants 20 magic damage on hit. Earlier it wasn't given the magic damage. Earlier it was only converting the crit to on hit. Now it's changed. Attacks grant 5% attack speed, stacking up to 3 times for a maximum of 15% attack speed. I mean, this sounds very good. I mean, this sounds very good for Master Yi, for example. Man, imagine getting this item, like this attack speed, these unique passives for 1200 gold. Wow. What a world to live in. Wow. But what's cool, by the way, you won't hear it on any else patch rundown, but all those attack speed buffs is also a major buff to Ramos, because Ramos is the best tool to fight those attack speed champions. Also, it's a major buff to already broken item, Frozen Heart. Rapid Fire Cannon. Rapid Fire Cannon. Holy smokes, plus 500. Whew. The build passage changed. It was Zeal Kirchis Shard plus 750, now Longsword Zeal Kirchis Shard. So it just overall became much more expensive considering to what it was. Now it gives you 30 AD. Attack speed is changed. Attack speed is changed. Critical strike is unchanged. Bonus movement speed is unchanged. Unique passive sharpshooter. Your energized attacks applies 120 bonus magic damage. In addition, energized attacks gain. Wait. So before that it was a flat number. Now it scales based on level. But man, 3k for such an item, it's expensive. It's hell expensive. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. Not too sure. Doesn't sound good, doesn't sound bad either. Probably... I mean, attack speed is nerfed to the ground. It's minus 20, that's a lot. You get plus 30 AD. But initially you never build this item for AD, so it's very hard to predict how this item will perform. I'm not too sure what this item can offer to the ADCs now. Especially considering the fact that this patch is supposed to shift the meta towards attack speed oriented ADCs, right? Like Vayne, Kalista, Probably Varus, Kog'Maw, and out of those champions, I can only see Vayne building rapid fire cannon in some scenarios, and Vayne doesn't really need the 30 AD, so it's weird to me. Well, let's move on. Rapier bow price is reduced to 700. Dagger plus 400 gold. Alright, so now it's only one dagger plus 400 gold. Attack speed is obviously reduced. So instead of physical damage on hit, now it will be only magic damage on hit. Interesting. With all those magic damage increases on all of the champions and all of the items, I feel like this patch is also going to be very promising patch for such an item as Abyssal Mask. Rune Hurricanes. Let's see what hurricane we have. Price is increased by 200. Build pass is changed from Dagger Zeal Dagger to Zeal Cure buff. I mean, still cheap build. Attack speed is nerfed by 4%. What do we have there? Unique passive. Attack applies 30 magic damage on hit. Unique passive now. Wait. So scaling is increased by 10%. But still, magic damage on hit. Wind's Fury now additionally searches for any minions in range if no champions can be found. That sounds strong. By the way, this sounds hella strong. This sounds like Kog'Maw. When I hear this sounds like Kog'Maw Lulu botlane to me. Static Shiv. Static Shiv is back. Shiv is meant to be the premier wave clear item for crit users. Let's see. Noonquiver, Cloak of Agility, Kirch's Shroud. 3k, by the way. That's hella expensive. Holy smokes. Like, 3k. Why all of those items are that expensive? Attack speed 25%, stack damage 45, critical strike chance 20%. This sounds like a good addition, honestly, because I feel like you didn't really have too much of a choice if you had to choose between Rapid Fire Cannon and Runan and Stormrazor. With static, it makes a little bit more sense, especially for champions who can be really useful at wave clearing. For example, Severe. That's one of the champions who come to my mind. Your energized attack Fire Chain Lightning that applies 60 to 170 plus 50% AP bonus magic damage. These energized attacks will hit 6 to 20 targets. They chain to the next target within 600 range every time it deals damage, and they deal 120 bonus damage to minions. Okay, I mean, so many targets, 6 to 20 targets. But yeah, I mean, if you need to wave clear, this is a good solution. But speaking of numbers, I mean, for team fights, for example, if we just speak about this item out of the box, let's say, stats are just terrible. 45 AD, 25 attack speed. For this cost, it's super unfair comparing, like, let's say, to Runan. Runan is like 200 cheaper, given 40 attack speed. It doesn't give AD, but it gives you on hit. It just cannot be compared. Runan seems comparable, like comparing to Static Shiv, it just seems like a broken item. Alright, let's see what Stormazor has there. 3k, once again. Now change build pass change BF Sword, Cloak of Agility, Kirch's Shroud to Noonquiver, Cloak of Agility, Kirch's Shroud. So basically Noonquiver is now changed from being a component to all the mythic items to being a component of all the legendary items instead. Interesting. AD is increased by 55 to 55 from 45. Everything else is unchanged. Let's see what happened with passive. Your energized attack supplies 25 plus 65. Total AD plus 50% AP bonus magic damage and grants 45%. Huh. So now it doesn't slow. It doesn't slow the target. Instead of that, it will speed up you. Such a weird item, to be honest. I mean, I can see this item being useful for Jean or Jinx, but I don't see many items who will get too much use of this item. Maybe Kale, by the way. She needs movement speed, so this one attack that speeds her up makes quite some sense for Kale. Collector. Collector lethality is increased to 18. Wow. I mean, this is massive. This is a massive buff to Samira, to pretty much anyone who can use Collector. Samira, Jean, maybe maybe this item will be picked by assassins now, but it's quite weird to get Collector for assassins because it gives crit. But lethality wise, it's so cool for Samira, that's for sure. That's a massive buff for Samira, especially for early game. Zeal, minus 3% attack speed, price is increased by 50, minus 2% movement speed. Bonus movement speed is no longer a unique passive. Well, rest in peace. This is now not a priority component at all. Before that, that was a component that you had to pick in the majority of situations. Now you just skip it. Assassin item changes. Okay, let's see, that's great. Unique passive Night Stalker will no longer empower your next basic attack against an enemy champion every 15 seconds. Unique passive Night Stalker. Your spells deal up to an additional 15% bonus damage. So so now it empowers spells instead of your auto attacks. Based on target's missing health. When a champion you have damaged within the 3 seconds dies, you become invisible for 1.5 seconds. When the champion you have damaged within the past 3 seconds dies, you become untargetable by non-structures. So structures still can hit you. Yeah? Yeah. Makes sense. This effect does not destroy incoming missiles and breaks up taking any actions that would normally exceed stealth. It has cooldown now. I mean, I like that it gives you the extra damage on spells now, so you can deal damage not only with auto attacks. But the Night Stalker passive sounds like a garbage to me, to be honest. This 10 seconds cooldown is too long. If that would be like 6 seconds or 5 seconds, alright, maybe. 10 seconds, too long. Prowler's Claw. Prowler's Claw, now legendary tier. Interesting. Attack damage is reduced, price is reduced by 100, attack damage by 5, ability haste is reduced by 5, lethality is reduced by 3. Like literally everything is nerfed. Just price is buffed. Active is removed. Interesting. Passive Sunstrike. After dashing, blinking, or exiting stealth, your next attack on an enemy champion deals 85 to 45% AD. Seconds cooldown. If the owner is melee, the attack also slows by 99% for 0. This is Rengar. When I see this item, I think of Rengar. Like seriously, Rengar or maybe Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix will benefit from it. That's for sure. Actually, doesn't sound too bad for Talon, because Talon jumps a lot too. Yomus. Price is increased by 100, attack damage is increased by 5, ability haste increased by 5, active movement speed plus 5% speed. Okay. Basically, Boots of Mobility passive is removed from them. Passive Hound Moon generates spectral shards up to 100. For each stack, gain 0.5 points movement speed. Maximum 40 movements. It's the same? Out of combat. At maximum stacks, gain... These stacks resets 3 seconds after dealing damage to an enemy champion while at maximum stacks. Ah, okay. I mean, this is one of the strongest items of this patch so far. This is, I mean, this is retarded. Like, honestly, this is retarded. It's just too powerful. Given, given 8 to 20 the free lethality out of nowhere, it's just too stupid. I mean, it already gives lethality. It already gives lethality, and you give it even more. I mean, yeah, ADC was a broken role for a while, but how ADCs are going to play the game if they would play against Kiana, Zed, Talon, even Pantheon, like anything who can build this item. Like, it's just unplayable because everyone who is not building armor will just suffer because of this item. It's just stupid. Support items changed. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Abyssal Mask is not support item. Happy to see Abyssal Mask here, but it's a top lane item most of the times. Alright, build pass is totally changed. Catalyst of Ions is removed, so therefore we have unique passive eternity removed. But the price change is so damn good. Like, it's reduced by 600. Health is reduced. Magic resist is increased by a lot. 60 is a lot. This is going to be a very popular and contested item, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure we will see this item almost every game before it will get nerfed. And the passive remains the same. I mean, the initial passive remains the same, and considering this patch, that all the champions will deal magic damage now, reducing the magic resistance of the enemy champions will make much more sense and will bring much more value to this item. This will be, I mean, this item will be one of the strongest items as well, that's for sure. Ardent Sensor. Price is reduced. Alright. I mean, usually when Ardent Sensor is getting buffed, no one is happy about it, even support mains, but let's see. Ability power is reduced to the ground. Basically reduced by... yeah, basically... 230. Let's say like that. Base mana regeneration is nerfed as well. That's bad. That's bad for supports. Bonus heal and shield power isn't changed. Movement speed is increased. I mean, that's exactly what it was before. Unique passive Sanctify Healing Shield Nazarele enhances your boss for 6 seconds, granting your attacks 10 to 30% bonus attack speed and 5 to 20 magic damage on hit. Now, Healing or Shield Nazarele enhances your boss for 6 seconds, granting your attacks 15 to 30 attack speed and 15 to 30 based on melee. Wait. Guys, do you see the same thing that I see on screen? Guys, this is Lulu Kog'Maw patch. Mark my words, this is Lulu Kog'Maw patch. This is... I mean, this Runan and this Ardent Sensor, given this huge of a buff and not making Ardent legendary... I mean, not legendary mythic item, it's such a stupid decision. This is so broken, I hate to see that. Chalice of Blessing. Oh, long time no see. I remember this item. Alright. Total cost 900 gold. Ruby Crystal plus Fairy Charm plus 250 gold. Health 200. Base mana regeneration 50. Harmony. Gain 25% base health regeneration for every additional 25% base mana regeneration. I mean, I don't see much value into it, to be honest. But as component to items, maybe makes some sense. Chemtech, Petrifier, another change. Let's see. Price is reduced by 200. Ability power is reduced by 5. Ability haste is unchanged. Base mana regeneration is reduced by 25%. Healing and shielding power is increased though. Unique passive. Puff Cap Toxin. Dealing damage to an enemy champion and inflicts grievous wounds for 3 seconds. Unchanged. I mean, not much to say. Still a very bad item unless you're playing melee or Nami who can activate it by buffing allies. Otherwise, I don't see much use of this item. Echoes of Helia. Alright, let's see. 2300. Item recipe Chalice of Harmony Bundleless Mirror plus 400. So it gives magic resistance, right? Wait. Ah, Boundless Mirror. It's not the one that gives magic resistance. It's the one for mana region and AP. So 30 AP, health 200, ability haste 15. The price is 2300. Base mana regeneration 125. That's a lot. That's a lot, okay. Unique passive Soul Siphon. Dealing damage to an enemy champion grants a soul shard up to 2 max. Healing or shielding an ally consumes all soul shards and restore 20 to 100 based on ally level health and deals 30 to 200 based on ally level magic damage per shard to the nearest enemy champion. Huh, that's cool. That's cool. This item sounds like an absolute monster. What? Like this? What? What is this price for? What is this? Unique passive dissonance gains free ability power per 25% base mana regeneration. Disables harmony. Wait, disables harmony. And it gives CDR to every single item you build. Well, at least that's a mythic item. At least that's a mythic item. That's what I'm happy about. But I don't understand the part disables harmony. Like disables Chalice of Harmony? Ah, wait. Yeah, this one disables harmony, I see. I see. So your AP mana regeneration, your mana regeneration is not even converted. You just gain the ability power based on your mana regeneration. It's not even converted, so it combines together, all together. Yeah, this is strong. This is strong. This is so far this is one of the strongest items as well. This patch is going to be probably a much more serious of a patch than the first patch of a season itself. Like seriously, guys, so many changes, and it's unhealthy for the game to bring so many changes at the mid of the season. Like you want to get those somewhere in pre-season, maybe first patch of the season, but in mid-season, it's so stupid to give so many changes. Even shout. Let's see. Kindle Gem. Build pass change. Life Well Pendant. It's something new. No Magic Mantle. Price is reduced by 200. What do we lose then? All the stats are the same. Ability haste is the same. Passive unchanged. Empowers your other. So it's simply a buff, right? It's simply a buff of an item. But I mean, considering how broken is this item and Ardent, I don't think this will save even Shout, to be honest. Imperial Mandate. Prices changed as well. Bandless Mirror, Fiendish Codex. Build pass is good too. Very comfy. Ability power is increased by 15 while the price is reduced. What the hell? Oh, abilities is slows or implies the enemy deals. I mean, that's the same that was. Allied champions damage denies a mark. Wait. Here is a change. Ability that slows or immobilize champion deals 35 to 75. That's nerf. Bonus magic damage and marks them for 4 seconds. 6 seconds cooldown per enemy champion mark application. Allied champion damage denies the mark, dealing an additional. That's a nerf as well, magic damage, and granting you boss 20% movement speed for 2 seconds. So it's nerfed. I mean, stats wise, it's a buff, but passive is a nerf. Seems like that. Knight's Wall. Armor plus 25. The price. Wait. Ability haste is reduced. HP is reduced by 50. Yeah, simply by 50. So overall, that's a buff. Wait. What's the passive? While you're worthy, allies nearby redirect 10% of pre-mitigation damage they take to you and heal for 10% of damage dealt by your worthy ally to champions. If they have less than 30% health, the damage reduction is increased to 20%. Mm-hmm. So it kinda increases the damage reduction. And gives you armor. That sounds kinda cool for champions like Nautilus, not gonna lie, but I still don't see how these supposed to outnumber those items like Echoes of Helia, I think the name was, and Ardent. I don't see the way how it's supposed to outnumber those. Life Well Pendant. Alright, this is a new part, this new component that we will use to craft an item. Close Armor, Ruby Crystal. Ability Haste is low. Kinda expensive. It's actually super expensive. 25 armor. 25 armor. I mean, armor-wise, it's okay. HP-wise and ability haste, it's super low for this price. It has to be higher. It has to be at least like 200, 250-ish, and ability haste at least 10. This is super low. This has to be buffed. Locket. Locket. I mean, it's the same, no? I mean, it's the same. The only thing that changed, the price is reduced and build pass. Let's see the active part. Grant you and your ally champions within 850 units a shield for 200, 360. So totally it's a nerf. It's a buff. It's a buff. It's a buff, but not that big of a deal. I mean, basically plus 20 to plus 30 shield. I mean, level 1 it's plus 20. Level 18 it's plus 30. I mean, 30 HP is not that big of a deal. Let's see what happened to my kills. Chalice of Harmony now as part. Forbidden Idol. So this is supposed to give you huge amount of mana regeneration, I'm assuming. Health is added. Magic resistance is removed, health is added. That's cool. That's cool. This makes Michael's Blessing much more flexible than it was before. Because, yeah, you wanted to build it much more frequently than you did it before that, but now it's just easier to do because you're not forcing yourself into building magic resistance. For example, when you're playing against full AD team, why would you need magic resistance, right? And health will be useful anyway. Heal and shield power is nerfed by 1%. Remove all crowd control debuffs, expect knockups. Alright, so suppressions and knockups as it was earlier. It's all the same. I mean, healing is buffed. Healing is buffed by 70 based on allies level. It wouldn't be a bad idea to buff the cooldown on it. Like by 20 seconds, so the cooldown would be like 100 or like by 30 seconds. And it wouldn't make the item broken. Probably increasing the price at the same time would make quite some sense. Unique passive Harmony. So that comes from Chalice of Harmony build, makes sense too. Moonstone Renewer. How this item is going to compete with Echoes of Helia? I don't understand. Like seriously, it's so weird. Item pass is the same. Price is reduced by 200 as it was with all the support items. And in this one we have the same. Ability power is nerfed by 5, health is the same, ability haste is the same, base mana regeneration the same. Unique passive, Starlit Grace. Healing or shielding an ally chains to the nearest ally champion, excluding yourself, healing for 20 to 35% based on ally target's level, or shielding 30 to 40% based on ally target's level of the original amount. Empowers Mythic passive empowers each of your other legendary items with 5 ability haste. Great mythic passive actually. It's much better than it was. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Still weaker than Echoes of Helia, but once Echoes of Helia is going to get nerfed, this is going to be the most popular support item. Radiant Virtue. Oof. Radiant Virtue. I mean, this is not a support item as well. It was too expensive for support most of the times. It was tank item. But nevertheless, Price is reduced by 500, health is reduced by 50, armor is the same, magic resistance is the same, ability haste is reduced by 10, so it's overall kinda nerfed, but the price of the item is buffed. Let's see. Upon casting your ultimate, you transcend for 9 seconds. While transcend, increase your maximum health by 12.5%. Before that it was 15, and cause you and all your allies within 1200 units to heal for 2.5%. It's a nerf as well. Your maximum health upon transcending, and every 3 seconds thereafter. 90 seconds cooldown. Yeah, I mean, overall it's a nerf. The item is cheaper. But overall it's a nerf. And this is the nerf that we will feel for sure. This is a very notable nerf for Y, I'm pretty sure. Especially this mythic passive part, it's so super to nerf it, I feel like. But it is what it is. Redemption. Redemption is a very interesting item. It's very interesting item. I mean, this was one of the most flexible support items overall, because you could take redemption for almost any support, regardless if you were playing tank or you were playing enchanter. Health is increased, price is unchanged. A build pass Chalice of Harmony now, so we get Harmony passive, right? Right, we get Harmony passive. I'm assuming it's getting nerfed. After 2.5 seconds cooldown, a beam of light to restore 200 to 400 HP, so that's a buff. Health to ally champions and burn enemy champion for 10% max health through damage. Cooldown is the same. Yeah, it's a buff. It's not too much of a buff, but that's a buff. It's a buff. Shreya Battle Song. Adjusted to all support items. Holy smokes, I thought these patches were going to be about ADCs, but now when I see the support changes, I realize that it's more about support actually. And I'm super happy and super excited to play this patch. That's very interesting. For me as support main, this is going to be fun, that's for sure. Ability power is nerfed by 5. Build pass is the same, right? Only total cost has difference. Everything is unchanged. Active part. Let's see the active part difference. Heal, shielding or buffing allies grants you and them 20% bonus movement speed. Before that, wait. Before that, yeah, it's a nerf. Before that, it was plus 25. Well, at least the active part is not changed. Mythic passive empowers each of your other legendary items with 5 ability haste. Okay. Staff of Flowing Water now gives movement speed. The price is changed. The price is nerfed. I mean, in fact, buffed. The price is reduced. Let's call it like that. Ability power is reduced. Whatever. We don't need this 15 ability power. It's whatever. Base mana regeneration is nerfed. Is bad. Let's see what happened to the passive. It was given 20 ability haste, right? It was given 20 ability haste. Healing shield and another ally grants you boss 25 to 45 based on ally's level. Ability power. So ability power, ability haste. And now it gives 30 to 45. It's pretty much the same that it was. Yeah, I mean, the same as it was, but movement speed part is cool. This patch is so broken. Watchful Wars, finally this item is bought, but I mean, this item was good even before that, but I mean, I'm only down to get this item bought because this item is super interesting to play with, because I feel like this item has to get more attention of everyone. It's so interesting. One quest, please. Watchful Wardstone can only be purchased after completing your support quest. Total cost not unchanged. Everything is unchanged. Base mana generation is added. New unique passive or can carry. This item can store up to 3 purchased control boards. That was before that. Watchful Wardstone can only be purchased after completing your support quest. I mean, I mean, that's not that big of a deal because you never buy it early on. It's not that cheap. I mean, it costs 1100. You don't buy such an expensive item before you complete your support quest, because normally you complete your support quest around like 9 minutes. At 9 minutes, you cannot afford such an expensive item aside of boots. Unique passive blessing of X-Style grants an 8% increase to bonus health, bonus attack damage, ability haste, and ability power. I mean, it was like that? Why it says it's new when it was like that? Don't get it? Right. Zeeks. The build pass is changed to Lifewell Pendant plus Glacial Buckler. Health is reduced, price is buffed by 200, mana remains the same, armor is increased, ability haste is nerfed. Let's see the passive change. I really hope it got a massive change because the item was trash. For 8 seconds after you immobilize an enemy, your accomplice's attack on hit and ability hits apply an additional 30 to 70 based on level. 7.5% AP scale plus 1.5% maximum health magic damage and hit to that enemy. Not unchanged. So if it's unchanged, then it's yikes. The item is still trash probably. Divine Thunder. We want Divine Thunder to be less of a tank counter, especially in lane, and ideally less of a general pickup because it's simply strong. Fair enough. I mean, fair enough. 120% of base AD plus 6% 3 if range of target's maximum health. 160 of base AD plus 4% of target's maximum health. Yeah, I mean that's 50%. I mean not 50, like 33. But that's a lot, especially for ranged. I don't know. I mean, picking it for Ezreal now would be a fat trolling, and yet some people will manage to pick Divine Sounder from time to time. Fimbulwinter. Free use say Fimbulwinter passive Everlasting Shield no longer consumes the user's mana. Finally, like seriously, finally. This item was such a good pick for so long, and it was so stupid to consume the mana. Like what? Like why? Why would you make Fimbulwinter work in the same way as Blitzcrank's passive? Like what? Who came with the idea that this is a good conclusion of this item? Like you're waiting it to scale to get 360 stacks in order to get shielded afterwards, and afterwards you will just run out of mana because this item will consume all of your mana. Wow. Force of Nature. Price is reduced by 100. Health is increased by 50. Magic resist is reduced. Passive is removed. This is a huge nerf to this item, by the way. It doesn't look like a huge nerf now, but this is a huge nerf. Against Syndra, Rumble, Malzahar, Swain, Brand, against all the champions who had repeatable types of damage against Cassiopeia, this is going to be a massive nerf. Now grants 30 bonus magic resistance. I don't know. It still sounds like a great item. Speaking of stats, it still sounds like a great item. It gives you 400 HP. It's a lot. 60 magic resistance plus 30 bonus magic resistance, capping up at 90. That's a lot. Gore Drinker. Price is nerfed by 100. Mythic passive bonus health for legendary item. Riven will be happy, otherwise, I mean, Olaf will be happy as well. Otherwise, the item is still kinda trash because you can still pick Eclipse or something. I mean, with Riven you will still probably go Eclipse, I feel like. I don't know. Olaf will be happy. Those who play Jace with Gore Drinker will be happy, yeah, for sure. But overall, doesn't sound like a game changer for Gore Drinker, like, at all. Hullbreaker. Item recipe is it's changed. Now Phage Pickaxe plus winged moonplate. Wait, what's winged moonplate? Another new item? So 3k total gold. Attack damage is increased. Bonus movement speed now. That's cool. That's actually super cool. And you know who will benefit the most from it? Yorick. Yorick will be super happy about this change. This is good. I mean, the price is increased. The price is increased, but overall, there's nothing bad in terms of increasing the price, considering the fact that it gives you extra movement speed. So yeah. Alright, Lord Dom's regards. Deal increased physical damage, physical and magical damage based on maximum health. Huh. But I mean, it was like that before. It was like that before, so I don't see much difference. I mean, it was dealing physical damage, not magical damage. But it still was dealing physical damage based on maximum health, so... Lost chapter. Uh-huh. 1100. This is going to be a huge change, by the way. Now you can play with Futures Market. Start with something like Mana Crystal and Refillable Potion. And if you farm first 4 waves, if you get perfect CS, I'm pretty sure you can get Lost Chapter with TP. That's a huge buff for mid lane, by the way. For champions like Victor, Oriana, Malzahar, who benefit a lot from getting Lost Chapter, who is getting Lost Chapter as a game changer, that's a huge buff. Movement Mortius. Gold cost is reduced by 100. Lifeline cooldown is increased by 15 seconds. And shield duration only 2.5 seconds. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense to me to nerf it that way. It's such a great nerf, to be honest. It's such a smart nerf. You don't kill the item, it still helps you against huge portions of burst, like Karthus ultimate, Syndra's ultimate. It will help you to survive, yet you can play around it. You can just wait out the shield, so it's cool. Yeah, you see, mages are getting buffed. That's why Rabadon is getting buffed as well. But honestly, I totally agree with this statement. Like the fact that Rabadon is a little bit underpowered, that's a fact, because sometimes mages can just play the game even without getting Rabadons. So yeah. Stark's Gauge should be an essential item for Juggernauts and other fighters frontliners. Gentification. When Lifeline triggers, the user will also gain 25% increased size and 30% tenacity for 8 seconds. Tenacity part is so cool for champions like Eloy. Like Eloy, Darius. It's gonna be a game changer, that's for sure. They're gonna bring some more attention to this item. Maybe for Hecarim as well in Bruiser build, not sure. But that's definitely a very good way how to buff this item. Stridebreaker plus 10 AD. I mean, doesn't really matter because those champions who've been using Stridebreaker, like Garen, like Nocturne, they will keep using it regardless. So they will be happy about this 10 damage, but it's not a game changer for this item. It's not a game changer. And also it's mainly done to be a good replacement for those champions who've been using Divine Thunder. Triforce. 3-fold strike duration 3 to 5 seconds. Okay. Not bad, not bad. This is another replacement to Thunder, especially for Fiora. Yeah, that's for sure. Attack speed is increased. Yeah, that's for Fiora and Camille, like champions like those. Maybe Jax as well. I'm thinking about these trio. Early game adjustments. We'll be also making some pretty large changes with the goal of making the laning phase more about victories over your direct laner and less about external influences like junglers or roaming, especially in the early parts of the game. We still want roaming to be a powerful strategy, but currently the best way to play the game is finding ways to quickly snowball other lanes rather than decisive 1v1s or 2v2s. These changes should make the two strategies more equally rewarding. Interesting. I mean, interesting, but I don't really like it because I love to roam. I really love to roam. That's why for me it's not the best way to play the game. Just lane and to hope for my ADC to carry the game and do everything for me. But yeah. Mana regeneration is increased. Homeguard timer. Ooh, this is good. This is very good. This is very good. This is a very important change for second Herald contest and early Drakes in general. Blastcon spawn is changed. Mm-hmm. That's mainly done to reduce the jungler's influence to the lane. Okay. Minions. I remember that. I remember that they want to equal all three waves with mid lane. So mid, top, bot will all come at the same time before 14 minutes. Turrets. Wait, what happens to turret? Champions now deal their total 80 plus 60% of their ability power. Before that you've been doing only bonus AD. Whichever was higher, I see. Uh-huh. But it will still be something the same, I believe. Turret plating. Plate rush down resistance is 20 seconds. Mm-hmm. Teleport. Let's see what's happened to teleport. Unleash teleport 10 minutes. Yeah, that can speed up the game by a lot. That can speed up the game by a lot. That's actually such a good buff to teleport. But cooldown is decreased. I mean, is increased. Is increased in early games, so you cannot spam it too often. So the price of teleport will be quite high. Trinket changes. How this is even supposed to work? I don't understand. This is so weird. I don't get the fast alteration. It's like lazy ward that will ping the enemy if spotting it. Kinda weird. Oracle Lens. The day you almost caught. If the owner of Oracle Lens is actively hitting a ward, their team will now gain a vision of the ward so they can completely clear it out. Okay. Oracle Lens will now have 2 charges. That's stupid. I mean, that's stupid. Yeah. I'm really happy that they are increasing the cooldown, but overall, given 2 charges, considering how popular Oracle Lens is in competitive scene, that everyone on the team picks Oracle Lens and only ADC picks Farsight Alteration, it's so stupid to buff Oracle like that. But duration is nerfed. It's kind of weird because it makes the game even more team oriented. Because as support, you will have no time to kill even 2 wards. You will have time to kill only 1 ward within 6 seconds. So you will always need someone's help in order to even clear wards, because your attack speed won't make it. Interesting. But also it's indirect buff to Umbral Glaive, which is fun. Yeah, that's it for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed this patch on down. It was a little bit longer than I expected, but yeah, patch 13.10. What could have gone wrong? It is what it is. But yeah, I think this patch is going to be fun. Huge amount of changes for pretty much everything. Not too many changes for jungle, aside of nerfing the early game potential for ganking. So probably we will see more scaling junglers. But I can be 100% sure. What I'm sure about that the games are going to be much more dynamic. Much more dynamic. And bot lane is going to see many picks that we didn't see for a while, like Kalista, like Kog'Maw, like all the champions who rely on attack speed more than on crit or flat AD damage. Yeah, that's it. Bye, guys.